Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. Thanks for always being there. Now in today's video, I'll be showing you another beautiful cape top, and trust you're going to enjoy this tutorial as well. So let's get started. I have my fabric here. As you can see, this fabric is on fold, so I'm going to show you how many pieces I have. So from this end here, I'm going to show, you can see I have one, okay, two, three, and four. Okay, now you see this side, just two unfold, and here you can see no joining. So right now we are going to start. Now I will be showing you the length, the width. So I have it here, is in square shape. Okay, so I have this is whatever I have here. Like in this case here, I have 19. So here I will be marking 19 inches. Since I have 19 inches here, I will be marking 19 inches here also. So I measure 19 inches right here. So I'm going to cut that off. So right now I'm going to measure. So you can see right now is 19 inches. Can you see? 19 inches. Then also here 19 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark the width of the neckline. Now I will be marking 3 inches for the width of the neckline. 3 inches. So I mark, and here is it, 3 inches. So for the depth, I will be marking 2.5 inches. And here is it, 2.5 inches. So right now I'm going to connect, I'm going to create a curve right here, a slant curve. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now to determine the circumference of the bust and the bust and the waist, because it's not extended to the real hip, so I will be making use of the waist. So right now you're going to determine the biggest part. So if you're making a top, a blouse, it means you have to determine which one you are going to use, either the hip circumference or the bust circumference. But in this case, it's between the bust and the waist. So right now I'll be making use of the bust circumference. Now in the case of this, the bust circumference is 36 inches divided by 4. So it gives me 9. So I'm going to add extra 1.5 inches to that 9 inches, making it 10.5. So right now at the base here, that is on the waistline, I'm going to mark 10.5 inches here. Okay, so 10.5 inches. So from this point, I'm going to mark 9 inches upwards. So I mark 9 inches upwards. So I will quickly connect these lines together. And you see, so right now, having done that, is to create my sleeve. So right now, at this point here, at this edge here, I'm going to place my ruling tape, and I also consider, because the this one here is addition of the shoulder line and the sleeve together. So that is what I did to achieve what I have here. So right now, I'm going to, from that point here to this edge here, can you see? So I'm going to mark, I mark, then I make sure that this one is pinned down. So I'm going to extend this side, but this one is constant. So I'm going to mark. I will also go ahead and move, making that one constant. I mark. So I move. Okay. And you see, so right now I'm going to connect these broken lines together. And you see, so having connected that lines together, the next thing I'm going to do is to connect this to this. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut it off. So I will start by cutting from the shoulder, I mean the neckline. And you see, so the next thing I'm going to do is to go to this, the base here. Can you see? So I've cut it out. Okay. So right now that I've cut it off, so I'm going to remove it. Okay. So you can see, I'm going to open it up. Can you see? So this is my sleeve. Sorry, here is the sleeve, here is the bodies. Okay, this is the body and this is the sleeve. So right now, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut my bias tape to tape the neckline. So right now, I have my bias tape right here. Okay, so the width of this bias tape, I'm going to measure. I have like 1.5, less than 1.5 inches for the width, or approximately 1.5 inches. So right now, I'm going to sew it, because I have cut it into two, and in two strands, so that the length can go round the neckline. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go to the machine and stitch it. I've placed it right side to right side, so I'm going to stitch it like this. Just I stitch it. By the time I stitch it, this is what I will be having. It's going to be straight. Okay, so as you can see right here, I've stitched it together. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to use this bias tape to sew it round. So I'm going to place it right side to right side. I will stitch with like a 0.5 inches as the allowance. So I sew it round. So after that, I'm going to go to the down part here. I will start from here. So I'm going to seal this edge. I fold it twice, one, then two. Okay, so I'm going to sew round like this all round. So that's the next thing I'm going to do right now. So as you can see right here, I've sealed it round like I said, leaving only this body this waist line and also the other side. So you can see the neckline, and you see, so, and also the sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to attach my band to the waistline. Now I have two different sets of strand which I've cut. Now I have this one. The width of this one is 4 inches, as you can see right here. Now the length in cutting the length, what I'm going to do, I did was to measure what I have here. After measuring what I have here, then I'm going to times 2. That is, in this case, I have the length of this one is 19 inches times 2. So is what I'm going to cut, or what is to be cut here, so that the other 19 is to be divided into 2. There's going to be extra here and extra here. So the next thing right now is to mark the center point. So I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts like this. So it's either you notch just a little or you just mark it. So let me just notch just a little. I notch like this. Okay. So I will also go ahead with this. I will fold it into 2 equal parts like this. So it's either you notch little or you mark with your chalk. So let me just notch just a little to give me the center point. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do is just to place that center point, which I've just notched on this band like this. So I'm going to place it right side to right side on that particular midpoint. Can you see? So right now I can now stitch using like 0.5 inches allowance to stitch. So I will just stitch. By the time I get to this point, then I will now fold this like this. So I'm going to fold this like this into 2 equal parts this way. I'll fold it like this. I will leave like 1 inch. Then I will start my what? Stitching. Run a stitch here, down like this. Okay. Then up like this. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. And what I've done here is what I will also do here. I will stitch also this part. So I stitch to the end here. After that, then I fold it like this. You can see this is the right side inside. I fold it like this. I leave like 1 inch space. Then I run a stitch like this. Okay, I run a stitch like this. then like this. So after that, then I turn it inside out, both on on both sides. So after concluding with this, I will also go ahead and work on this. So in working on this, I've also cut another fabric, but this time the width of this one is not as wide as this other one. So let me just say half of what I have here. But in this case, I'm having less than 2 inches anyway. You can just cut like 2 inches for the width or 1.75. You can see I'm having 1.75 is okay by me. So right now, I'm going to notch the center just like I did for the second one or for the first one. So I'm going to fold it into two equal parts and I notch. Then I also fold this into two equal parts to give me the midpoint. So I'm going to notch like this little. Then I open it. After opening it, then I'm going to place this that center front right side to right side. So I place it and I seal it. Okay. By the time I see it, now the extra here, I'm going to fold it. If you like, you can do it the same way. Fold it like this. You stitch it and also stitch close this side and turn it outward, inside out. So the same thing, just use the same process so that it will be very, very easy. Now the next thing I want you to know is that this one here, the length of this one is times 2 of this. Is time whatever you cut as the length of this one, in this case is going to be times 2. So that is what I've done. So the next thing is to go to my machine and run the stitch. After that, I'll be right back. So as you can see right here, I've stitched it, the waistline, can you see? And I went ahead to, after stitching the waistline, you see the way I fold it like this. The right side is inside, so I stitch it. I leave like 0.5 or 1 inch, just little, so that by the time I want to turn it out, it will be very easy. So from here, so I'm going to stitch. I run a stitch, can you see? I've run a stitch up to the end here and I close this up, can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is just to turn this inside out. So I'm going to use whatever is convenient for you, not too sharp object. So but this is okay, so that it will be free for me to just turn it inside out. So I'm going to turn it right now. So you can see. So and this is the essence why I said that you have to leave like 0.5 so that it will be easy for you to bring it out. So right now I'm going to pull it out like I'm doing right now. I pull it out. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I've also done the other part, is just to fold this, the excess which I have here, I fold it upward like this. So I bring this and I refold it like this. Can you see? So I will now run a stitch up to the other side. So you can see, so at the end of the day, this is how it's going to be. So right now, as you can see, I've completed this base by stitching the band to the waist side. Can you see? Can you see? So also the other side, I've also completed that. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to fold this. I'm going to stitch the sleeve. So I'm going to fold this top like this, right side to right side. So from the sleeve round here, I'm going to mark 6 inches from this point to this point. So I'm going to run a stitch like this, and I complete it here. So, and that is what I'll also do to the other sleeve. I'll fold it into two equal length. Can you see? So I'm going to run a stitch. I sew from here, then I close it here. So this is where I'm going to stop, like I just said. So after that, then I turn it out. After turning it out, then the work is done. So by the time I put it on, or whoever put it on, so it's going to be like this. So this is going to be the front, while this is going to be stay at the back. So having wore it, so I'm going to tie the one that is the wider one. I'm going to tie it to the front first. I wrap it to the front first like this. So in your own case, if you want your tie to be longer than this, perfect. So after that, then I use this to wrap this one. I'll use it to wrap it round. After that, then I come to the front again. And that is why I said this has to be longer than the second one. So it's going to be completed in the front like this. So by the time it is put on, it looks nice even more than not putting it on. So that's just the tip on how to wrap it to your waist. So I really want to appreciate you for taking your time to watch this video. Thanks so much. I want to believe that you have found this video very helpful. If you have, kindly give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video out. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, here's an opportunity for you. Please don't postpone. Just click on the subscribe button below, and you hit on the notification bell so that you can have access to my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.